Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. It's. Yesterday I was all worked up, excited, so much energy. Yeah, and today, today is not like yesterday. Today is very different. You're doing too much. Doing too much. Maybe just doing a little too much, girl. So I woke up feeling this morning. Good morning, Sue Lee. Thank you, Sue Lee. This is one of my go-to haircuts. This is one of my I'm a girl boy. When I'm a boy, but I'm a girl. That's this haircut. I'm one of those. I don't want to be a girl all the time. This is my Grace Jones, or as Steve puts it, Grape Jones. I go between this. Hey, Darlene. I go between this. Good morning, Pam. I go between shaved on the sides with little on top, bald, faux hawk where it's tighter, and then before the coronavirus, it was lower and fuller. It is winter outside. Are you talking about because I have a sweatshirt on? Am I outside? Look, don't come to the table. Good morning, Steve. Don't come to the table trying to crack on me, Mama, when you don't have the skills, okay? Am I outside? I got the air conditioning going inside. It's freezing in this house. Good morning, Rose. All right, but truth be told, since you all up in my business, no, I ain't telling all my business. I put the sweatshirt on because I'm not fully dressed yet for the day. So would you like for me to come how I was dressed prior? No. So I put the sweatshirt on out of respect for you guys at the tea time table. Can't come to grandmama's table all half dressed. Don't start with me, mama. Don't start. Don't start. Don't start now on me now. Maybe you're doing too much. That's today's conversation. Maybe you're doing too much. So, I always have these epiphanies when I'm working out with the Beast Mode folks, with Pam and Bina and Suli and Deidre, and today Avani. Avani. I had to think about what I thought the word was so that I could make sure I said it right. Avani. Very pretty name. I was sitting there working out with them. Exactly. You're welcome for the respect. I know I'm not God, but you're welcome for the respect. Avani. That's such a pretty name, Avani. I was working out, and I was standing there, and Suli said, "There's always a way." And I'm like, yeah, there is. There's always a way. That's what I'm going to talk about at tea time today. There's always a way. I worked out yesterday. I woke up early. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning. I worked out all last week. I woke up at 6:30 in the morning. And when I say I woke up at 6, I mean I was fully awake at 6. Maybe I actually started waking up at 6. I'm sorry, I was fully awake by 6:30. Maybe I started waking up at 6 and then was fully awake by 6:30 and had planned to come to the workout. Got to the workout, worked out. After the workout, I was sweating. I was actually sweating during the workout. I was like, look, y'all, look at my sweat. I was so proud. I had actually gone hard as I could go at the time. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to do those drills that you talked about, Zuli. I'm going to run from the HIIT high intensity interval training, the HIIT drills, run between stop signs. Well, I didn't run between stop signs or light posts. I ran from one tree to the next tree, right? Just a little bit shorter distance. Start somewhere. You don't have to start where Suli is. Start where you are. And after I did that, intense. And, okay, so normally in the morning when we're doing jumping jacks, or how Suli calls them, star jumps. We call them jumping jacks. She calls them star jumps. It's the same thing. I don't usually jump. I usually, do my arms and I just take my legs out. I'm not jumping because I've got back and neck and structural issues, right? I've got sciatica problems, so I don't jump. I don't usually jog because jogging, running, I was doing 5Ks, and that's when I actually hurt my back got the sciatica injury, was when I was doing a lot of 5Ks. So I don't usually jog. I don't, or run. I don't usually do the jumping jacks. I don't usually jump at all. But yesterday's workout, I was jumping and twisting and jumping and doing the star jumps and then jumping and jumping and jumping. And then I did the running. And I came in and I was like, where's my pain medication? My sciatica flared up. It started. And I was like, no, let's not start this. I suffered from horrific sciatica pain. It got to the point where it was horrific. By the time I got here, I was walking around half the time. My leg was numb. My toes were tingling. It was terrible. I got the cortisone shots, the steroid shots, and I have not had any sciatica issues. Periodically, a little bit of a tiny bit of a, maybe I'm going to start hurting, but then not. I did all that, and I went to bed. I was stretched. I stretched. I took my pain medication. I stretched. I went to bed, and I thought, you know what, Kai, you can't go to that workout tomorrow. You can't go. You did too much. Why can't you just do a little bit? Why can't you just be where you are and be okay right there? It doesn't matter what you used to be able to do. You're not 20 years old anymore. You're not 25. You're not 30. You're not 35. You're not 40. You're not 45. You might look young and fabulous and gorgeous, and your brain might be still young and fabulous, but your body ain't. Your body is like, girl, no, sit down. You're doing too much. When your body and your mind don't connect, my mind is like, go, 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 go. And everybody at the table is like, go, go. Now, they're not pushing me to go beyond what I'm capable of doing. They're giving me modifications. This is the modification for you, Kai. This is the modification for you, Kai. And Pam, with your back issues, with your neck issues, do this. You guys can do this. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I can do it. I can do it. Tell me I can't do something. I got to prove you wrong. I could do it. But I can't. What part of you can't do all that? What part of you can't do all that? Oh, what part of you can't do all that you don't get? I need y'all to start putting some commas in here, okay? Try being wise, not foolish. Right. That's the thing. You're doing too much. You are doing too much. When your body is screaming at you, stop. When your mind is screaming at you, stop. When anxiety flares up and is saying, girl, stop. When the toilet is calling you, yeah, I said toilet. I said toilet, mama, I said toilet. When it's calling you, stop. Stop eating that way. Stop running around. Get out of the streets. When you are exhausted, you are doing too much. Now, but there's always a way. As Suli said, there's always a way. So I rolled over in the bed, and I also went to sleep late last night, so getting up early was a little bit difficult. I was hurting, and I was tired. But interestingly, it's not my lower back that's hurting today. So see, this is the thing. Yes, I have structural issues. Yes, I have chronic pain. I have all of that. What helps that is exercise. What hurts that is exercise. But I have to work through the hurt of the exercise to get to the help of the exercise. If I can just get through the hurt, I am helped. So yes, the working out last week was uncomfortable. My back hurt. I had to stretch every day. But getting moving helps you move. So my lower back is not what was bothering me yesterday. Today. My neck is, and yesterday. My neck is not what was bothering me. My shoulders, my back is not what was bothering me, which typically is. It was the sciatica. It was my butt. Sciatica is deep in the butt. It's all that running. You're doing too much. Take what you can do and do that. Do just that. And be okay doing just that. Don't watch Suli. Don't watch Steve. Don't watch Elaine. Don't watch Rose. Don't watch Pam or Bina. Don't watch what everybody else is doing. Don't watch Marty. And I'm not talking about working out. I hope you get that. Because each of us are doing different things. Rose is on point with her Buddha bows. I'm not trying to be Rose. I'm trying to be more like Rose, but I'm not trying to be Rose. Darlene is working the plantation and working her own, creating her own plantation. Darlene is running around taking care of business. I want to be more like Darlene, but I don't want to be Darlene. I can admire Darlene's dedication to her new business. I can admire Rose's dedication to her food prep. Y'all saw my food prep photo on Facebook. I was so proud of myself. I had 2 sheet trays of and restaurant size sheet trays. Now understand, I'm not talking about the little cookie sheets that we cook with on a regular basis. Remember that I have a cupcake business. Therefore, my trays are restaurant size. 2 restaurant size trays of what was it? What were those things? Butternut squash, sweet potatoes, and carrots. I shaved a fresh butternut squash, cored out all of the seeds, chopped that sucker up. I took a bag of sweet potatoes, peeled all the sweet potatoes, cut all of them up, took a bag of carrots, shaved all the carrots, cut all of them up. Nah, man, not from the garden. I'm not there yet, Suli. I can admire Suli's gardening. And in this case, I do want to be like Suli. I do want to get to the gardening, get to that level of gardening. I don't have my own yard, though, so I'm gardening out of buckets and pots, and it's a little bit harder to do eventually. But I do have a watermelon growing out of a pot. And my tomatoes are finally coming through. The cucumbers, I've pulled some cucumbers off of the vine. I'm not as happy with this cucumber. I know I'm going off that way, right? I'm not as happy with my cucumbers as I have been. When I grew cucumbers in California, I had so many cucumbers off those vines. It was ridiculous. Thank you, Steve. Yes, and the beets. And I took fresh beets. Now I had beets that I bought pre-cooked, pre-roasted, pre-whatever. Good morning, T. Everybody, welcome T to the table. Today, T's been missing. Welcome her back, T. Hope you are well. Hope all is well with you and Stace. T and Stace just celebrated an anniversary. Everybody throw some love up. We celebrate Black love. We celebrate love. We celebrate especially commitment, love and commitment at this table. We some single folks and married folks at this table. And the single folks at this table respect and honor those who are in committed relationships and committed to those relationships. So T and Stace, happy anniversary. We love you. We love that you are loving each other. We love that you are growing together, and many, 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 many more years to come. Janice is not at my table as I'm talking about anniversaries. Janice is not at my table today, but Janice and David, her husband, my very dear friends, my sister friend and her husband, celebrated 35 years of marriage. I think it was yesterday. That's a long time, y'all. 35 years. That's a long time. T, y'all need to hook up with Janice and David, so that you guys can get to your 35 years and you have this model of a 35-year love relationship. Tell you what, that's the love goals right there between Janice and David. I'm like, do y'all ever argue? Ever? Yes, Suli. And they are a phenomenal couple. A phenomenal couple. So I wish that for you and T. I mean, for T, for you and Stace. I wish that for you and Stace. Anyway, sometimes you are doing too much. So Marty came on, Marty Casey, who's a friend of mine from high school. And she joins us periodically. She's busy. She's all over the place doing her thing. She joins us periodically. And she is doing her activist thing. She is phenomenal, a phenomenal activist, actor. She coined the word activist. She's an actor and activist together doing fantastic. Okay, now you sidestepped me. Y'all were married for 25 years previously. Well, I'm gonna help. Girl, look, that's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. But you're not still together with them, so we want 25 plus years between you and Stace. That's what we want for you guys. We want to watch your love grow and prosper. That's what we want. So Marty does her activist thing. And if you are looking at what Marty is doing and you are measuring yourself up to Marty, you will fall short. Rose and Darlene, you guys know Rose and Darlene went to school with me as well. They are very close to Marty. They know Marty as well. You will fall short. Maybe me trying to do what she does is doing too much. Me trying to do the workout the way Suli does, jumping, the way Pam does, the way Bina does, is doing too much. I will fall short. And when I fall short, I will be hurt physically and mentally. Mentally hurt because dang, I feel like such a failure. And I'm not saying that I'm over exaggerating now. I don't feel like a failure. I'm just saying an over exaggeration is before y'all start telling me I'm not a failure. I am not. But if you measure yourself up to the next person, you will fall short more often than not. And you will beat up yourself for falling short. You may feel like a failure. You may get depressed. Why can't I achieve this? How is it that Rose can meal prep? How is it Rose, with all of her medical stuff going on, with all of the pain that she goes through, how is it that she can work through her pain and she can work through all of her medical issues and she can properly prepare her food and she can stand in that kitchen and do meal prep for hours? Y'all, she be doing it for hours. I ain't lying. I be on the phone with her or something. I'm like, Rose, you still chopping up vegetables? You know, she'll tell me, Kai, yes, but I took some phone calls and I did this. Okay, but girl, it's been all day. You still in that kitchen. I can't stand up that long. I have PTSD when it comes to standing in the kitchen because for so long, standing for more than 5 minutes caused me excruciating pain. So as soon as I reach that 5-minute mark, I'm like, where's the seat? And I'm not in pain. I just have PTSD. I just remember how standing for that length of time caused me a tremendous amount of pain. So I refuse to stand for a long time now. I'm not trying to go back there. I would like to feel my limbs, right? Maybe when you are thinking about the things that you haven't done, the things that you wish you could do, the things that you see other people doing, when you start feeling bad for where you're not meeting the standard that you set for yourself, maybe you need to step back and say, okay, Kai, maybe you're doing too much. Okay, Suli, maybe you're doing too much. Okay, Pam or Stace or T. Maybe Elaine, maybe you're doing too much. Dial it back. Dial it back. Look, I dialed it all the way back today. Do you understand me? When I say all the way back, I mean I was laying in the bed for the first of all, I was 30 minutes late. No, maybe 15 minutes late to the workout. But I got there. I rolled over at 8:06. And I was like, I ain't going to that workout. And then I heard Pam in my head. Why are we talking about calling folks out, Kai, when you coming to work out? I thought about Bina and Susie. Well, me and Bina like souls complain the whole time. But Suli complains sometimes too, but she's doing it like a beast and still complaining. She's just complaining to make us feel better. I know that's what it is. God, about Suli. Kai, just do what you can. Just do what you can. Yeah, I'm making their voices. Just do what you can. And I joined the feed because that at that moment, that's all I could do was just join. And if Suli says, just do what I can, for me, what I can do is I can turn on the Zoom meeting. Good morning, Tanisha. I can turn on the Zoom meeting. That's what I can do. Doing what I can. And they're talking about Kai's coming. They know. Kai's going to turn on the Zoom meeting, and then eventually Kai will actually join. But I'm hearing them. And it's motivating me to get up, girl, get up. You see them working out? Come on. So the first 5 exercises I did, this is the first time I dialed it all the way back. First 5 exercises that I joined in on, I did in the bed, in my pajamas. Flutter kicks, no problem. I'm laying on my Tempur-Pedic bed, flutter kicking. No problem. I got you. I'm dialing it all the way back, doing what I can. What I can do right now is I can stretch. I can flutter kick in the bed. I cannot do a push-up. Still can't do that. No, I can't do that right now. And by the time I stretched, I made it out of the bed. I made it into my workout clothes, and I got my mat out, and I finally turned on the camera. Do what you can. That's what you do. Do what you can. Set your own limits. Understand what your limits are. Don't do too much. Because what good does that do when you do too much on Monday? Now you can't do anything on Tuesday. Dial it back. Hey, Suli, that had to work out. What time did it work? 5 a.m. Steve. 5 a.m. your time. I'm planning this road trip, and I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive up to Ocean City. I'm going to go to Ocean City. We're going to spend a night in Ocean City, and then we're going to go to Pittsburgh. But, okay, maybe it's a 6-hour drive. Maybe I'll stop in Baltimore. We'll spend a night in Baltimore, and then we'll go to Pittsburgh. We'll spend a night in Pittsburgh, and then we'll go to Cleveland. We'll spend a night in Cleveland, and then we'll get to Ypsilanti, Michigan. We'll stay a couple of days there. We'll pick up the puppy, and then we'll come back. And we'll stop along the way back. You're doing too much. When the hell have you ever done a road trip where you stopped at 20 places along the way? When? My road trip is San Anselmo, California to LA. San Anselmo, California to, where's that place Uncle Richard lived, Mom? Some other place in Apple Valley. San Anselmo, California to Apple Valley. San Anselmo, California to San Diego. That was horrible. I was like, yeah, I'll never do that again. I went to LA, stopped in LA, then to San Diego. So the most that I've done in the past 20 years of life. Now, I've done a road trip from Missouri to Atlanta, Georgia. I've done that 40 years ago. Okay, not 40. 25 years ago. But in the past 20 years of life, I have done San Anselmo, California to LA or San Diego. And when I went to San Diego, I made a stop in LA. How the hell am I about to sit up here and go from Ocean City to Baltimore, to Pittsburgh, to Cleveland, to Ypsilanti? What the hell you doing, Kai? You doing and it's coronavirus. And we have the coronavirus. We are in the middle of a pandemic, and you talking about you about to hit 5 different cities in 5 days. Actually, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days. Girl, you done lost your dang mind. Maybe you're just doing too much. I'm not doing 5 cities. I've dialed it back. I'm going to Pittsburgh, then Cleveland, then Ypsilanti. 3 cities. Yeah. Multiple stops through red states. So tomorrow's tea time, we're going to be talking about being Black in America and planning a road trip. We're going to talk about that through the red states. The beautiful thing about planning that road trip through California was I was just told, look, don't stop in Bakersfield. I think it was Bakersfield. 1 city, just don't stop there. Well, that wasn't even on the way. So fine, no problem. Go just drive on straight through. I was fine. We'll talk about that tomorrow because I'm going to do tea time in the morning tomorrow, and then we're going to hop on the road. Or maybe I might be on the road and do tea time. We'll see. We'll see. Depends on what I feel like in the morning. I need to work out. I need to do tea time, and then I need to get on the road. Maybe you're doing too much. Maybe part of your anxiety right now, maybe part of your depression is not really that you're not doing enough. It's that you're used to doing too much. So now you're not doing too much. You're doing the right amount. You're not used to that. Maybe your anxiety, your depression is that you're trying to do too much. You're thinking about doing too much. This is not the time to stay super, super involved, super busy. Take the time to recognize where you are doing too much and pull back. And now I'm going to have Suli. She said it before. She has said it before. But this morning, it meant more to me when she said there's always a way. She was talking about an exercise. She was talking about a particular movement. There's always a way. If you can't do it this way, do it this way. Modify it. If you can't get up out of the bed to be on the mat, on the floor, doing your exercise in bed. No, it's not going to be the same intensity. No, it's not going to be exactly the same. I didn't sweat today like I sweat yesterday. There was no sweat, but I still moved. And isn't that what it's about? Move in order to move. Keep moving in order to keep moving. Keep doing in order to be able to keep doing. There's always a way. And today's way may not be yesterday's way, but there is always a way. And that's how it reached me this morning. No, I cannot work out today the way that I did yesterday, but that doesn't mean I can't work out. It just means that today's way is not yesterday's way. Tomorrow's way may not be today's way. But there is always a way. There is always. Exactly, Steve. That statement is so applicable to life. Yes, you can't lift that weight this way, lift it that way. But you know that everything in my life is a metaphor for something else in life. You know that. You know that. Suli's statement is half of what is the same as another statement that we have all grown up hearing. I'm going to assume we have all, because you guys are like me. I'm pretty sure you've heard this. Where there's a will, there is a way. I like it. I like where there's a will, there's a way. I like that, but I'm holding on to there's always a way. To me, yes, where there's a will, there's a way. That's normal, whatever. But for some reason, there's always a way attached to my soul today. I don't know why, but it did. And I feel good that I got up, and I feel good that I made a way today to do what I needed to do, what I know is best for me to do. Pam said, yes, once we get it through our heads that we can be flexible. Yeah, we don't have to follow the routine as it's presented. Right. There are so many times when they're doing stuff I'm not doing. For example, when they're doing crunches, I'm not doing those crunches. I'm moving, I'm doing something, but I'm not doing those crunches because my body is not ready for that yet. Not to put that strain on my neck and not to put that strain on my back. I can't do that yet. Eventually, I will be able to do some crunches, I'm sure, but I don't know because I have to protect my neck a little bit differently. So I do something else. There's always a way. It doesn't have to be the way that you see everybody else taking. It's make your own way sometimes. But don't do too much because you see what everybody else is doing. Do what fits you. Make your own way. And I want to say that I want to further explain this because sometimes when we say, well, there's always a way, we have the same, all right, I'm going to use exercise. I'm trying to work it out right now. I'm working it out. If my goal is to strengthen my core and they're doing crunches, you could take that saying, there's always a way, and you can figure out how to modify crunches, right? But maybe I don't have to do crunches at all because there are other ways to strengthen my core. So the way doesn't mean a modification of exactly what Suli is doing. The way may mean there's always a way to accomplish this goal in a different way. If you can't do a crunch, don't hurt yourself figuring out a way to do a crunch. Find another exercise that works those muscles that you can do. And that's the way you take. If you want to get to downtown Oakland, you don't have to figure out getting through the traffic on 580. You don't have to do that. Take the surface road. You don't have to say, well, Suli says that we're supposed to take 580. So I'm going to figure out a way to deal with the stress of 580. No, Suli said get to downtown. Suli said strengthen your core. So you take whatever route you want to take, but get to downtown. I'll meet you there. I will meet you there. Exactly. Plank it out. Be open to other ways. The way may not even lead to the same destination as everyone else. Your way, your say, your goals. Well, yes. No, but yes. I see what you're saying. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm not saying you were trying to fortify what I was saying. The way could be to a different goal, like what Suli is saying. May not be the same destination. Or, so you have that way, right? Or the destination can be the same, but how you get there can be different. So I just know I have to wake up in the morning. I have to get to the mat. I have to make my way to the mat. And I will make my way to the mat. More days than not, I will make my way to that mat. Because there's always a way. There's always a way. Regardless of how we're hurting today, Kai, there's always a way to do something. And maybe it's not going to be the same thing everybody else is doing. But you're there. It's better to be there and modify everything than to not be there at all. Don't do too much, though. Don't do so much today that you can't do anything tomorrow. All right, and I am over my time. I got lots and lots of work to do today because tomorrow I will be on the road. I will be road tripping tomorrow. So I need to get lots of stuff done today, and I need to get it all done early. I need to get all of my work done. I need to get my house in order. I need to get packed. You know, I don't pack to the last minute. So I have not packed. I have not done anything. I need to get all of that done. And there's a little bit of shopping that I need to do in preparation for the trip. So I've got a busy day. But I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going to do too much. And you as well, don't do too much. Thank you guys for joining me at the table. Thank you, Pam and Suli and Bina and all of the workout crew in the morning. Find the program for exercise that fits your specific needs. Suli said before I go, is that a question or a statement? I don't understand. Right, Mom. Find the workout program, but work out. I mean, the whole point of that is just make a way. Figure out what your goal is. Understand what your goal is. Be flexible. Be flexible. But don't do so much today that you can't do anything tomorrow. Scroll up. Okay, hold on. Scroll up. The way may not be. Be your own authentic self. I'm scrolling up. What did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, have a good rest before you drive. Yes, I will. That's why I don't play. Thank you, Suli. I'm like, wait, what? I am not planning on waking up early to drive tomorrow morning because of that. I want to make sure that I get a good rest. Normally, if I'm taking a road trip, I'll get up early, but I know I have a lot of stuff I need to get accomplished today, and I want to have an easy road trip, and I don't have to be anywhere by any specific time, so I'm not rushing. I'm going to get up, and when I feel like getting on the road, I'm getting on the road. That's just how it's going to work. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being at the table with me. Thank you for being my rock through the workouts, through the tea time. Thank you for being my rock, my life, my motivator, my instigator, my discipline, my everything. Thank you for being everything. Everything. Y'all are everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Keep a safe distance. Keep a safe distance. Keep a safe distance. Keep a safe distance. But stay connected. Have a great day.